note to the lady who did the showcase for.
I haven't sent her.
Oh, just a second.
Another note. I should send her another note
Okay.
asking her for some leads.
We are live and able to be seen by the world right now.
Hello, everybody.
We're on YouTube.
I didn't have granola for dinner, but I had a big adventure on my bicycle. I fell down and bruised my elbow. So this is an ice pack that looks like a granola bag.
You went. Stuff out of my pockets. So there's a box of apples on Vince's front porch for us.
On our front porch?
On his front porch.
I'll go get it.
It's on his front porch, Christy.
Oh, okay.
Too noisy. That's better. So
I shared that on Facebook.
what?
Your posting announcing this earlier today.
Okay, there's that. There's a pen.
Thank you. Do you have us muted?
Uh,
Okay. Hey, Stephen Christie. I can't hear you because I'm
Hey
not
there, John.
gonna turn my audio on.
Oh, well, we had ours off. You had yours on, actually.
I still can't hear you.
If you can't hear me now, then
What's going
there's.
on? It's not your fault, I don't think. I think it's my own computer.
Now, can you hear us?
There we go. I can hear you now.
There we go. We're good.
Hi.
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 So you're not Gary Cantor.
No, I was going to make that remark that I'm not Gary Cantor because Gary filled in for me when we went to Far West, and so he asked me to fill in for him, which I was very glad to do, given that it's a reciprocal favor, and he was kind enough to do that for me. He is playing a union event with Greg.
Okay, cool. Who are we unionizing? I guess for Boeing, maybe, huh?
I don't know. He he wasn't specific, but he said that there's a chance that he'll be here anyway.
He has a new song, he said.
Cool. That's great. I haven't. I haven't got one, but I don't know if I'm even chasing one right now. Trying to make the most of the old ones. So are we the only folks here right now?
We
We
are.
are.
Wow, that's interesting. There's no debate going on or anything. That's the reason I missed the last one, I think.
Oh yeah. Well, Kamala Harris gave a speech earlier, but that was it must have been before 5 here.
Uh-huh.
Must have been like maybe 7 o'clock Eastern or earlier, because on MSNBC they were talking about her and her
Well,
speech.
I've been talking about going down and visiting you, but we could do a Zoom meeting at some point too. Um, I I need to get a recording of that Hiroshima Nagasaki song. I need to get something that's in parts, and I made my own four-part version of it, and now my voice after my throat operation or my neck operation is still not really capable of singing it. But anyway, I've been working on it some. The way parts go is like you can make the melody m go along with the harmony, just one thing onto the other. But I like harmony parts where each part has its own integrity, where you could almost sing it by itself and it comes out another melody, you know. Um, there's this song I learned from, uh, um, well, it's a fiddle tune. It's called Black Cat Fiddled in the White Cat's Eye. It's from Tasmania, and it has the same um, pattern of chord changes and rhythm as It Ain't Gonna Rain No More, No More. So it goes da 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 bum ba da 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 da. And if you play da 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 da, if you play those two things together, they harmonize, even though they were never meant to harmonize. So that's what I think I'm trying to work out for the song now is harmony parts that are simple but kind of, enjoyable to sing. I really want it to be an important song, so I'm trying to give it the best I can. In other words, it can't be too difficult to sing. That's another thing, right? Like I had that Atom Bomb song where it starts out, anyone in the world has their own atom bomb. And it goes, anyone in the world has their own. Well, it's got such a big range that most people couldn't really sing the thing. It's not like imagine there's no people. It's easy if you try. Imagine da 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 da. None of that is very. I guess it has a da ba, but for the most part, everything's within few notes. So, how's your album working out, by the way? how did Folk Alliance go?
Uh, oh yeah, Far West.
Far West, yeah.
That was that was kind of fun. We've gotten so we know a lot of people there, so that made it a lot more fun.
Oh, that's good.
We had good weather driving down and less uh, coming back, but it was uneventful, and we had a safe trip, and all's well that ends well, I suppose.
Uh-huh. So did you play in like these concerts that are scheduled by the organizers, or
No,
did
we didn't get an official
We were not
showcase,
accepted.
but we played a private showcase.
We had
I
had
see.
5 performance opportunities, which was plenty, really.
That's no, that's cool. Yeah. Um, this was Far West, you said?
Yeah, Folk
Yeah.
Alliance Region West.
Yeah, okay. I went to one of those and it was, oh man, because I'm coming down from Alaska, it cost $1,000. So I went ahead and bought a room at the place and I signed up for a showcase room, and all these people applied to be in my showcase and they all wanted me they sent me all these recordings to listen to and stuff. And it was like, I don't have time to listen to your recordings.
It's a
And
big job. People don't appreciate that.
yeah, well,
Oh,
the other thing is that none of them were anything I really wanted to hear again. So,
Right.
so it was really hard. And I read the guidelines. It says that the people are too flaky. Don't sign them up, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, I, 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 I got to meet some people that I always wondered about. But yeah, I decided I wasn't doing it again. But I didn't have an album to sell either. And did you sell a few albums?
no,
People
No.
don't generally buy albums there at all.
How
Hello,
about
John Sparrow.
yeah, yeah,
Hello,
let's
John
talk.
Sparrow. How's Jackie? Audio
You
coming
are
soon.
mu-
Oh,
you
she's
are
sleeping.
muted.
Oh, okay. She's sleeping, so quiet. Got to be quiet. Okay.
Oh, I see.
All right. Tell her how she is. She's sleeping. Hi, Paul.
Hi, how you doing?
doing okay.
I had a bike wreck today, Paul.
You had what today?
A bike wreck.
Oh
Oh,
no.
I was on MLK. You know where that is, right?
Yeah, I do. I do. Yeah.
And they put in new railroad tracks there. And this
Oh
is our
no. Oh
neighborhood.
no.
So this is where we go every day to get our post office stuff, our mail. And I just was swiveling over in the rail, on the rail. I thought I knew how to do this. I've actually had one of these wrecks before, so I know better, right? Caught my wheel and threw me.
Were you wearing a
how
helmet?
bad?
I was wearing a helmet and fortunately gloves and a puffer jacket. And if I hadn't, I'm sure I would be
Yeah.
skinned, completely
Good for
skinned,
you.
It's amazing.
my hands
Well,
and elbow.
are you a little sore, or did you get scraped up or anything?
I did get a little scraped up, and my hands are both sore, and my elbow has a big bump on it. But I'm okay. Thank you for
She
asking.
has a bag
got
of
your
Well,
brain.
according to some of my Republican friends, that was the first great mistake right there, was the girls' bicycle, when they came out with the girls' bicycle. That was,
Oh, I thought you were going to say the railroad was the first.
it was all downhill from there, so, the fundamentals remain
You know, I had
as
not
time
heard
goes
that
by.
story, but that just figures knowing you, and you really ought to incorporate that in your next rack on tour routine.
Yeah.
But fortunately, Paul, I was right across the street from a bike shop. You remember Second Cycle?
Okay.
And I just wheeled my bicycle over there, and they straightened out my bent casing for my chain, my
Oh, the,
all my
the chain
gears.
was bent. You didn't
The
bend
gears.
your wheel or anything.
not the wheel, no, the casing for the gears was bent.
Oh.
It's just
They
the
s-
guard you're talking about, right?
Yeah, they saved the day.
Not the rear derailleur itself.
Yeah, it was the rear derailleur.
Rear derailleur, yeah, right. I do that a lot straight because it bends in and there's a derailleur hanger on there. Actually, there's the removable derailleur hangers. They used to be part of the frame, and when you had an accident, if you broke that, your frame was toast. But now they have these aluminum little things that sit in there, and if you bend your derailleur hanger in the back, that will snap and it just replace a, $60 aluminum piece. And there's literally 300-400 different types. They're very bike specific, and but they're derailleur hangers. I got a whole collection of them.
She didn't break anything. It was
just
just
bent it.
it was just the chain got wedged in between. It was
Oh,
just
I
out of
see. Okay,
adjustment.
yeah.
It was just a matter of just.
They did have to fix a bent part though.
Yeah. Usually when that happens, the first thing they'll do is probably check the derailleur hanger, make sure that's in line. Because everything, what I love about bikes is it's like life. It's all integrated. If thing on the wheel doesn't work, that means there's
By the way,
Pauses, something else.
we're on YouTube tonight.
Tell your friends, Patrick.
your brakes are not
Hey,
going to
where's
work
where's
if you don't
Gary
get your
Counter?
wheel true.
Where's Gary Cantor?
He's at a union meeting.
He owes me $50. He's been trying to dodge me now. This has been going on for months now. I came here tonight because I thought he was supposed to be here.
So you're gonna have him PayPal you the $50, Venmo them to you.
I gave him $50 for voice lessons. And I want to know what he did with the money.
It didn't work, so it's not going to give.
That's a little bit mean, John. That's mean.
Well, welcome to Victory Music Open Mic, and I'll say it again. Gary Cantor filled in for me, and I was ever so grateful when we were out of town and couldn't do it. And he called me yesterday and said that he is going to be performing with Greg Deer tonight at a union event, and would I fill in for him? And I was very happy to do so. So, welcome, 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 welcome. And we'll start with 3 songs each. John Palms, would you like to start?
Well, I'm just trying to figure out if I know what key these songs are in. But I think I got the first one here. I just feel around for the first part of it.
Change your settings, John. Audio
What's that?
settings.
Oh yeah, that's right. Thank you.
Change audio setting.
No, I will if I can find them. Original sound for musicians on. Okay. Is this better? Great. Okay, well, I got to watch the second game, the third game last night. What was that? The third. Okay. Out to the ball game, take me out to the crowd, buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back, so it's rude for the home team if they don't win. It's a shame for it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Thank you.
Love that.
Yeah, the only other one I have never really learned it, but it was, say, can you see by? I can't get it. Doesn't matter. We don't need it. Okay, so
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light? What? So it works just fine. I know them both.
good.
The last one you did, but the ball game one, you did it 2 beats off. Probably without knowing, you just did it with 2 beats off instead of take me out to the ball game, take me out to the.
Leave it to Patrick to figure that out.
Well, yeah, I know. I just learned it as take me out to the ball. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I've been doing it for years for my crowds.
I gotta learn that song.
Well, just go for it.
Send me the chords.
Okay, so what is this? What key is this one in?
Key of metaphysical distress.
I was riding down a lonely road on a dark and windy night. When a little girl by the roadside showed up in my headlight, I stopped and she got in the back, and in a shaky tone she said, "My name is Mary, please won't you take me home?" She must have been so frightened all alone there in the night. There was something strange about her, and her face was deathly white. She sat so pale and quiet in the backseat all alone. I never will forget that night I took Mary home. I pulled into the driveway where she told me to go. Got out of the car and I opened the back door. But I just could not believe my eyes, the back seat it was bare. I looked all around the car, but Mary wasn't there. A light shone from the porch and someone opened up the door. I asked about the little girl that I was looking for. The lady gently smiled as she brushed a tear away. She said, "It sure was nice of you to go out of your way." But 13 years ago today, in a wreck just down the road, our darling Mary lost her life, and we miss her so. So thank you for your troubles and the kindness you have shown. You're the 13th one who's been here, bringing Mary home.
Halloweeny, yay!
Happy Halloween.
That, it's just one of those, that's one of those songs that I just felt a little bit of it, but it gives me goosebumps when I get it right. So, what am I going to do? I get into it. Okay, so, I don't know how I came across this song, but it's such a cool song, and it fits the season, There was a radio show called The Shadow. In about 1937, I think, is when I read on Google or whatever, Orson Welles was the narrator, and the shadow knows, the shadow knows. Had that kind of laughter in it. The shadow knows, the shadow knows, the shadow knows. The shadow knows. Oh, you can hide down in your alley with your hat pulled over your eyes. You can wear a wig or mustache or any old disguise. You can change your name and address, even change your style of clothes, but the shadow knows. The shadow knows. Oh, you thought you had me baffled. You thought I didn't know, but I know where you're going. Long before you go, you can't even snap your fingers or wiggle your toes without the shadow knows. 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 Well, baby, you stop your jiving and you're running around, 'cause I know what you're putting long before you put it down. You better mind your P's and Q's and your M's and N's and O's, because the shadow knows. The shadow knows. The shadow knows. the shadow knows. Well, that's three.
That
I'll get to later.
that was some excellent mugging, John. Your face is
Oh,
very
thank you.
convincingly scary. Wow. You're better, a whole lot better
Just,
than I can
it
do
just,
that.
yeah. Well, it just you have to practice. That's one of the things. I can't remember when it was, but when I was, in my teens, I guess, I decided I wanted to learn how to do, the really belly laugh. So you just got to keep it going.
In the mirror helps.
Anyway, okay.
I'm
Happy
gonna
Halloween, everybody.
I'm gonna yell at John Sparrow because he's deaf, as you all know. John Sparrow, don't wake up Jackie. Your turn. Yeah, you're scary too.
Now I know that there were a couple of other people here when I arrived. I thought I was like fifth in line or something like that. Oh, okay. Well, let's see. Let's see. There's a full moon on the rise. It's a dark and stormy night, and it feels just like Halloween. Oh, there's a chill in the air. There's spooks out everywhere, and it feels just like Halloween. Now if you go out tonight, you better know before you do. Some howling wolf, it just might get his hooks in you. The full moon on the rise. It's a dark and stormy night, and it feels just like Halloween. Yes, it feels just like Halloween. Yeah, I put a little pre-delay in here. I got this tone amp number on this, and so I'm kind of cutting into that. Oh, okay. All right. Where were we? Somewhere out under the full moon, maybe in New Mexico. Let's go to New Mexico. It just kind of feels like a New Mexico night, and definitely in the minor modal sort of thing. Can't you feel that nighttime call? Can't you hear that fire call? Can't you feel that nighttime fall? Night fall on Nambe. In the shadow of the Sangre de Cristo, lean against the Pueblo wall of La Viejo. Can't you feel the nighttime fall? Can't you hear that fire call? Can't you feel the nighttime fall? Fall on Nambe.
Another spooky.
Thanks. It was 2 songs, right? Oh, 3? Oh, okay. Let me see if I know another one. A 1,000 miles of burning light takes no regard for place or kind. It takes them all, it takes them slow. What's that you say you did not know? There's a fresh rain falling on the ocean, and a new song calling on the breeze. Keep your heart safe and warm in the blue water storm. Fare thee well, brave shepherd of the sea. Upon this mooch we truly are, our mother's child among the stars. She gives us birth and life to share with things of earth and sea and air. There's a fresh rain falling on the ocean, and a new song calling on the breeze. Keep your heart safe and warm in the blue water storm. Fare thee well, brave shepherd of the sea. Oh, there's a fresh rain falling on the ocean, and a new song calling on the breeze. Keep your heart safe and warm in the blue water storm. Fare thee well, brave shepherd of the sea. Now the rocky shores of Iberia, where the great Leviathan does sail, watch the tables as as they turn to run the whaler to the ground. There's a fresh rain falling on the ocean, and a new song calling on the breeze. Keep your heart safe and warm in the blue water storm. Fare thee well, brave shepherd of the sea.
Yeah.
You know what I like about you, John, is that you're standing up while all the rest of us are sitting on our lazy butts. You look real professional there.
You know,
yeah.
I think maybe you will appreciate that a little bit more because you're a singer. And people who really, want to use that air cavity need to have the diaphragm relaxed to a certain extent. And singing is the standing is the natural position
It
to
is.
accomplish that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. So, now I'm going to go sit down.
Well, thanks, John. I very much appreciate you joining us with your spooky songs. Even if you killed somebody at sea, I can get over it.
Well, I liked the presentation too. I thought, I don't know if you can hear me, but I just thought it was good. Your video was really nice. You know, I like the fact that looks like you spent some time on your lighting, and I mean, I just think that was
That's
all
pretty.
good. Your presentation was good. I could see you fingering on your hand, you know, and so right. I'm just sitting here. I'm just a box, a head.
Yeah, that there isn't. I
Singing-
didn't do any
singing
lighting.
head.
That's a plant light that's over there on some
Oh, don't
plant.
tell us. Tell us
And
you've
everything
spent all
else-
day long working on that.
Well, we have lots of, the walls are interesting in this house, so it not the lighting so much.
Okay, well, it looked
Thank
like
you, though. I'm glad
planned it.
you enjoy yourself. Look around.
Yeah. Okay. Bye bye now.
I may stand up to sing, but it'll just be a big stomach floating around in front of the camera. So
Oh, dang, you got rid of your cat, too. What happened to that massive thing?
well, I'm trying to get back in his good graces because we got another little kitty, and
I
it's
was thinking
driving
that
him nuts.
very thing.
Oh, yeah.
So there's some jealousy going on here. So he sits on me all the time, and so when he wants to sit on me, I just gotta let him.
You just got it. Yeah, I know. And he takes over your entire body. I could see that every time.
He's a big
Paul
kid.
Nye, speaking of people who work meticulously on framing themselves with multicolored
Oh, wait,
neon
I
light.
haven't. Do I have my show on? Yeah, my light show is on, I guess. There you go. Good.
Thank you
Right,
for
got
joining
my-
us, Paul. I am very pleased
Yeah.
to see you, even though you were hoping to see Gary, not me.
No, that's okay.
I can get over that too.
I didn't have a song for Gary tonight. I'll do it next week. Maybe well, this would be a good song for Gary. I think he'd appreciate it, but I think it's appropriate. Is that coming through okay? Enter the orange narcissus, chasing dragons to slay. Knows more than anyone else with his fake MBA. People screamed in disbelief. Was there a sound? Minds in a vacuum up on holy ground. Falling every day, not a good word to say. Budgetary idiot, record high deficit, presidential loony bin, romance of Putin. Every day a new lie, ethics really don't apply. Life unlines like a cheap sweater. Since I gave up hope, I feel a lot better. And the truth gets blurred like a wet letter. Since I gave up hope, I feel a lot better. Top of the class sat Donnie, not the brightest or best. his professor said he never passed the test. Daddy paid them all for lying, he only could. Now it's a tired rally every week, there goes a neighborhood. Pitching election lies, death frog won't die. Everybody vote right, keep the hungry out of sight. Said he gonna build a wall, Mexico will pay it all. And his best advice to everybody's got a price. Life unwinds like a cheap sweater. Since I gave up hope, I feel a lot better. And the truth gets blurred like a wet letter. Since I gave up hope, I feel a lot better. White supremacists in the courtroom, don't pardon them boys. President does a face plant, did he make a noise? Virus spread by ignorance, they don't play nice. Blondie sells them bleach, puts their soul on ice. Brain dead, knocking heads, wackadoodles in bed, politicians deflect. I don't recollect conspiracy theory mind, queuing out a spine. How do you spell wrong? Could you sing along? Life just winds like a cheap sweater. Since I gave up hope, I feel a lot better. And the truth gets blurred like a wet letter. Since I gave up hope, I feel a lot better. Life unwinds like a cheap sweater. Since I gave up hope, I feel a lot better. And the truth gets blurred like a wet letter. Since I gave up hope, I feel a lot better.
Yeah.
Yay! Very timely. Love it.
Since I gave up hope, I feel a whole lot better.
Yeah, it's a nice song for a nice Christian boy to sing, huh?
Uh-huh. Cheap sweater.
Let me see here. Oh, I know what I can do. This will be just right up there, too. Very good one. Wrote this song this week. I'm a songwriting fool right now. I think I'm writing like 5 songs a week. And they're nothing serious, just ridiculous. I took my car into the dealer today to get the CDs out that Gary CD jammed in my CD player, and the service manager put a credit card in there, and he wiggled it around and hit the eject button and got all 6 out, and none of them were damaged, and he didn't charge me a penny for it. So I'm a happy camper. That was a good thing. So anyways, yeah, it was fun sitting in the car dealership playing music. It's kind of fun. I always take my guitar wherever I go and I just pull it out and do work there. So, but I came up with this idea for a song I'm working on. It's called something along, why is whiskey in every country song? Whiskey and women, bottles and broads are in every country song. So, I mean,
That's not true.
It's not true, but it's a stupid idea, and that's that's the best ideas, and this one's along the same line. So we're gonna go on with the stupidity here. Woke up this morning. This is a perfect blues song. Starts out right. Woke up this morning, my dream filled the air. Tried to recall what I was thinking back there. My mind ran in circles, couldn't make it stop. Ran out of mental paper, now I'm back on top. Specifically general makes a lot of sense to me. 'Cause I am what I am, it's the way I'll always be. I roll within precision precisely every day, specifically general in a detailed sort of way. Might talk too much, 'cause I got a lot to say. I could be vague like social media and just say, hey, Specifically general makes a lot of sense to me. 'Cause I am what I am, it's the way I gotta be. Specifically general, so fuzzy and clear. Specifically general, predictably unclear. Specifically general, details are the cake. If you don't like the way things are, just wait. The imprecise roll of methodical dice. I'm certainly uncertain, but everything's nice. Got a distinct, vague notion, all absently here. Concrete, obsolete, defined but unclear. I'm full of non-specific details, so freely confined. I'm playing the blues, and I'm feeling fine. Specifically general, so fuzzy and clear. Specifically general, predictably unclear. Specifically general, details are the cake. If you don't like the way things are, just wait. Specifically general, so fuzzy and clear. Specifically general, predictably unclear. Specifically general, details are the cake. It is what it is, it ain't what it ain't. It is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. One more time. It is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. Please don't, please don't, please don't. No, please don't. That was brutal. Okay, I'll do something that's familiar. Something specifically general. It's in the same key though, okay? I wanna live, I wanna give. I've been a miner for a heart of gold. It's these expressions I never give. Keep me searching for a heart of gold. And I'm getting old. Keep me searching for a heart of gold. And I'm getting old. I've been to Hollywood, I've been to Redwood, across the ocean for a heart of gold. I've been in my mind, it's such a fine line. Keep me searching for a heart of gold, and I'm getting old. Keep me searching for a heart of gold, and I'm getting old. Keep me searching for a heart of gold. You keep me searching and I'm growing old. Keep me searching for a heart of gold. I've been a miner for a heart of gold.
Yeah.
Redemption.
Yeah, reminds me of the Red Dog Saloon in the 1980s.
Which one? There are 3 Red Dog saloons in Alaska.
Well,
I
it
played
was
them all.
The Juneau Red Dog. Well, no, that's, the Juneau
How many
Red
have you
Dog.
played, Patrick?
Fairbanks, Juneau, and the one out of King Salmon. What's the one?
3 of them. You played 3 of them too.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's incredible.
What's the little city outside of King Salmon? It's down at the end of the peninsula.
Igagik.
No.
Well, there's Iggy. It's a different name than that, though.
No.
But they have one too.
Dillingham.
What?
Dillingham.
Naknek. Naknek.
Naknek.
Nick.
Yeah.
That's a rough
Cool.
place.
Anyway,
But can you see Russia from there?
Oh yeah,
It's
everywhere you can
getting
see
close.
everywhere. In
You can see
Alaska.
Russians from there. They
know,
come in They come in and drink.
Sarah Palin played it all wrong because Alaska really does have a lot of contact with Russia.
I was on a artist sponsored. I went over to Russia as sponsored by the Anchorage Chamber of Commerce.
Right.
We went over as a rock band just to exchange music for 2 weeks over at Haverovsk on the.
Incredible.
Lucky you.
And that was on Alaska Airlines, probably, right?
No, we flew on the Russian jets.
Oh, okay.
And talk about scare the shit out of you. They are really big rattle traps. So, but it was fun. It was 2 weeks over there, and it was I can't remember the names right now. There's 3 or 4 cities we went to, but mostly Khabarovsk, and it was. We just did concerts. We just did shows.
Priceless experience.
And that was the place where we'd meet with all these people, just socially and stuff, and the mayor had us do all sorts of stuff. But we'd sit down with these Russian people, Russian musicians, and like we have. This is the kind of 1457 that we have, and why does my view keep changing? These people. someone change?
Mine does the too. Mine was doing the same thing.
I did.
Anyways,
I did it.
Oh, the Russian blues
okay.
is based on, it's more like a gypsy thing. So it's the A minor, E, that kind of thing. So they do these tortured Russian blues, and all that stuff. But then they go, Beatles. I've just seen a face I can't forget. And they just start singing perfect accent, everything else. You can't when they do their own music, you can't understand anything, but they know the Beatles to the inflection. They know all the Beatles songs to the inflection. It was really cute.
Cool.
Oh yeah.
would you like to go with me and see a movie? First you say no, you've got some plans for the night, and then you stop and say, alright, love is kinda crazy with a spooky little girl like you. You always keep me guessing, I never seem to know what you are thinking. And if a fella looks at you, it's for sure your little eyes will be a winking. So I get confused, man, I don't know where I stand. And then you smile, and you hold my hand. Love is kinda crazy with a spooky little girl like you. So if you decide you're gonna stop this little game that you are playing, I'm gonna tell you everything my heart's been dying to be saying. Just like a ghost, you keep haunting my dreams when we go out. It's like Halloween. Love is kinda crazy with a spooky little girl like you. Yeah, I say love is kinda crazy with a spooky little girl like you. I say spooky, alright, hey, hey, hey. Spooky, alright, hey, hey.
Okay, I was playing along with you, but that is that an A, and then you go to an A over or B flat, you know.
No, I was playing a C because I can't remember. It's actually a, I think it's this
that's
some
it.
kind of half diminished
It's like-
thing.
Yeah, diminished.
But I
that's
couldn't
what it is.
I wasn't trusting I would get that cleanly, and I wasn't sure which one it was. One of four.
That was fun. Yeah. Cool song.
So
Love
C,
that
C
song.
works just about the same way. So
I was, it'd be fun to see if we could play it, see what everybody else sounds like when we played it. I don't think it'd work, but
I don't even understand what you're saying. So that's how far.
you're
Back
an
on.
E, right? Play E. Go and play it.
So now all the
Yeah, it's
backgrounds have
off.
changed on me too. Are
Yeah.
you doing that, Steve?
Steve is messing with us.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm doing,
Is that
For a
coming
while,
through,
I
Patrick?
wasn't
Is
even
that-
on there because my self view for somehow got turned off or something.
Yeah,
well,
I
Farting
think there's
around,
probably a
Steve?
delay there.
Yeah, it's a 1 second delay. So we'd have to do one of the more exotic kind of interfaces. They got it so you can do it in real time. I have a little gig coming up, so I have to. Let me see what I'm thinking for something here. Let's do.
Practice your gig songs.
I just need to do it. I've been real remiss at sitting down and playing through the set, so I don't
Let
know.
me guess, it's a Halloween gig.
It is not.
so are you saying that that there's a setting in Zoom that would allow us to play along with each other?
Not
It's
in
an
Zoom.
interface, I think.
Well, it's a program. It's how they do all that. When they show all those artists who get together on different screens.
We
and-
are the world. We are, yeah.
There was actually it was that didn't exist then, but
I know.
it's the
It's,
ones
it's not cheap though. I hear.
I think there's more than one of them, but while we're on this subject, what I thought would be cool with the Shadow Knows, for instance, was if I was to sing it and everybody else was to try to sing it at the same time, there would be a delay and it would bounce around. Maybe we'll try it later, but it would just be fun to see what happens. You know, it's
Yeah.
it's going to sound like some kind of reverb or something. So anyway, we'll do it later. Go for
Well,
it.
if you've ever tried to play with I have a Delta Lab down here that'll do a 1 second delay, so I can show you exactly how it will sound. But
Wow, a Delta Lab. Wow, that's a. I
Museum
have
piece.
one of those. That's ancient. That's
Yeah,
a
it
delay.
is. That is.
it's the Effectron. This
Yeah,
one's the
but that
Effectron
ancient stuff is
1024.
good stuff though, man.
I just had a Delta Lab digital delay, and
That's what this is.
You keep everything, Patrick. Glad I'm
I
not
know.
married to you.
I know I have a Mutron digital delay too, which is really ancient. Okay, so anyways, let's do. Oh crap! What should I do?
One of the songs you're gonna play at your gig.
Yeah, I wonder if I can. Oh crap! Okay, let's do. I did Mr. Please the other day. Just had a train. We'll do this one. And somewhere I lost my little. I have a little cord that plugs into my tuner, and I've lost it. Let's see, crap. Okay, we'll try this. I was left on a doorstep, 1952. Family that took me in and raised me up, struggled like most families do. Struggled to keep us in clothing, struggle to keep us fed, struggle to teach us their simple truths and keep a roof over our heads. But every night around our table, with those years rolling by, we take a moment of silence, hold hands and close our eyes, and we say grace in the toughest times, grace in the darkest hours, grace raining down from the sky up above. It was grace. We are wrapped in the arms of love, the arms of love. Yeah, I was left on a doorstep in 1986. I had found something that would ease my pain, but it nearly killed the soul I tried to fix. Somebody took me to a meeting hall. Kind folks me in. They held me up, they dried me out, till I could find my way again. And every night around that table, with those years crawling by, we'd take a moment of silence, hold hands and close our eyes, and there was grace in the toughest times, grace in the darkest hours, grace raining down from a power up above. It was grace, and we were wrapped in the arms of love, in the arms of love. There was a kindness that found me when I found myself in need. There was a light shining through the darkness. It was a light shining down on me. It was grace in the toughest times, grace in the darkest hours, grace raining down from a power up above. It is grace, and we are wrapped in the arms of grace in the toughest times, grace in the darkest hour, grace raining down from the sky up above. There is grace, and we are wrapped in the arms of love, in the arms of love, in the arms of love.
Yeah.
Thanks.
You bet.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite songs you do, Patrick. That's a powerful song, man.
Oh, I can't do that without looking at it. I have to solve that. Another morning on the San Diego freeway, like a human river, we're rolling to the sea. A million souls with a million different faces, in some small way just the same as you and me. There is a song that everybody sings. It's a song of ourselves, and it touches everything. There is a song for us all under the sun. There is a song for everyone. The song is a heartbeat of a baby and a child. The song is a heartbeat, beating strong and beating wild. The song is a heartbeat of a woman and a man working in the world, learning to love and understand. The song is a heartbeat. Another evening, sitting around the kitchen table, the family bows their heads and they say a little prayer, and they say, hey, God bless the hearts that beat in all the other nations where their lives may lead. God help to speed them there. There is a song that everybody sings. It's a song of ourselves and it touches everything. There is a song for us all under the sun. There is a song for everyone. The song is a heartbeat of a baby and a child. The song is a heartbeat, beating strong and beating wild. The song is a heartbeat of a woman and a man working in the world, learning to love and understand. The song is a heartbeat. Nobody's Nobody said we're all the same. Nobody said you had to change. We go down different roads, we carry different loads, and still the song remains the same. Another evening, sitting round the kitchen table, the family bows their heads and they say a little prayer, and they say, God bless the hearts that beat in all those other nations where their lives may lead. God help to speed them there. There is a song that everybody sings. It's a song of ourselves and it touches everything. There is a song for us all under the sun. There is a song for everyone. The song is a heartbeat of a baby and a child. The song is a heartbeat, beating strong, beating wild. The song is a heartbeat of a woman and a man working in the world, learning to love and understand. The song is a heartbeat of a baby and a child. The song is a heartbeat, beating strong, beating wild. The song is a heartbeat of a woman and a man. They're both working in the world, learning to love and understand. It's all about the heartbeat. All about the heartbeat. Song is a heartbeat.
Thank you, Patrick. That was beautiful. And we are so pleased that Gary Cantor is back with us. Got home in time from his gig. Hey, Gary. Hi, how are you doing?
Frustrated. I'm having computer issues again. Keep getting
Well,
this
we
issue.
see you, we hear you.
It says, I keep getting this low resources may affect your quality and blah, blah, blah. Please turn off systems.
Don't
I
do
turned
that.
everything off. And I'm
Don't do that
barely.
before you sing us a song or two or three, please.
Do you not think that somebody, the people on the other side or whatever it is you're advocating for are after you? You don't think they just come in and vandalize your equipment and stuff like that?
Well,
This is
they've done
war,
so
man.
much more to me.
No, I think it's the Russians. The Russians are hacking him.
They're sending agents towards you, man.
No, they've done so much more to me.
The Russians or the North Koreans, one or the other.
Yeah. Yeah. So Greg and I were at the Machinists Union Hall today for entertaining the troops. And so,
Well, thanks
that
for making
was-
my point for me.
well, what the hell is this?
Steve's
Am I
farting
still-
around.
I'm seeing
It's a
That
board
moment
meeting.
to freeze.
my virtual
is this?
background is loading. What the hell?
Bad boy Steve.
I think Steve is messing with you.
Whoa, it was like you were all at this one long desk, like it was a
Yeah.
summit.
Yeah.
It's the
Steve's been
immersive. It's the
doing that.
immersive. It's the
It's-
I
it's
am
immersive.
being gaslighted, you know.
It's a North Korean boardroom.
Vashon virus.
Hey, Gary,
Am I okay? Am
strum
I
your guitar
starting to
once.
fade in and
Strum-
out again?
Strum your guitar once.
Uh-oh.
Strum your guitar.
Please.
It says my internet connection is not stable.
Oh,
We
you're
see
okay.
you when we hear you.
Okay. All right. I'm going to overcome all of this, Michigas.
Make sure you change your audio settings. Always good.
I was afraid if I did that, the damn thing would explode. That was the only thing left. Well, I was going to try and do a new song tonight.
Heard that.
Yeah. In fact, I told you that. But
did.
I was supposed to be able to get back in time to learn it and practice it. Going on down there. We're in the big Union Hall in Everett, right near Payne Field, and it's like this. It's the size of a big airport hangar, and so they have people making sandwiches. They have people bringing in waters. They have pizza delivered every so often, and there's big scheduling going on. Who's going to be where? They have so many different locations where people are picketing, street corners and stuff, and assigning drivers of vans to pick up people, take people around, and to bring food and water around. So they have two people in each van. One is a driver and one is a navigator. And there's just people, just managing all this. It's just great. I haven't done this in a while, and it's going to offend some of the people here. But I'm beyond that.
Hey, Steve, can we see him pull
Well,
on?
life gives you nothing but lemons, and you can't. Fuck. When life gives you nothing but lemons, and you can't abide the taste of lemonade. No matter how many guns you own, you still walk around afraid. And it seems like with every paycheck, money's already been spent. I'll tell you what to do, it's tried and true. Heed the words of the president. Grab life by the pussy, grab life by the crotch. Time to turn up the temperature, raise it up a notch. Get up off of the sofa, get off of your rump. Play it smart, grab a private part, and you can be like Donald Trump. When some of your friends finish high school, but you're still repeating 7th grade. You went out, you got all those new tattoos, but you still cannot get laid. And every time you turn around, there's something new to resent. I tell you what to do, it's tried and true. Heed the words of the president. Grab life by the pussy, grab life by the crotch. Time to turn up the temperature, raise it up a notch. Get up off of the sofa, get up off of your rump. Play it smart, grab a private part, and you can be like Donald Trump. When they tell you that you job has been offshore. Don't mourn, for heaven's sake. Blame it on the immigrants stealing jobs you wouldn't take. Then get down upon your knees. Thank the Lord for the leader he sent. I told you what to do, now it's up to you. Read the words of the president. Grab life by the pussy. Grab life by the crotch. Time to turn up the temperature. Raise it up a notch. Get up off of the sofa. Get up off of your rump. Play it smart, grab a private part, and you can be like Donald Trump. Grab a little tush with Billy Bush, and you can be like Donald Trump. I debuted that song at Ancient Victories in 2017.
Wow.
All the women loved it. All the men there waited until they saw their women's reaction before they decided they could like it too.
You know, just for the record, Gary, I wasn't offended by it.
Good.
The only way you can be offended by something is if you give yourself permission to be offended, and I'm pretty good about that. So I just don't give myself permission to be offended. But nice song.
Well, the night's young, Paul.
I'm young too.
Let's see. I'm trying to finger pick, but it's been harder and harder. That was actually on my one of my CDs, and it is on YouTube. It was done live. Packed up that old suitcase to go chasing down your dreams. Dreams are never found at home. That's the way that it seems. You tuned up that old pickup and you tuned up that guitar. Hit the road to be a cowboy star. With a glove box filled with demos, you went to be what you could find. Austin was deaf to you, Nashville was blind. So you settled for a microphone and that old guitar, watching folks put money in a jar. Cowboy star, cowboy star, fixture at old rodeos and crummy cowboy bars. Do you rue the day you rolled the dice and packed up that guitar? Hit the road to be a cowboy star. You've got your pick of bar gals. They get you through the night. None can halt the darkness. Rise with the morning light. And the worry that tomorrow will be the same song as today. Like today's the same refrain from yesterday. Cowboy star, cowboy star, fixture at old rodeos and crummy cowboy bars. Do you rue the day you rolled the dice and packed up that guitar? Hit the road to be a cowboy star. that they ask of you is burning in your ear. Music that you wanna play, nobody wants to hear. So you hum a patch of melody over a short beer. You breathe words you never wrote throughout the year. Cowboy star, cowboy star. Picture at old rodeos and crummy cowboy bars. Do you rue the day you rolled the dice and packed up that guitar? Hit the road to be a cowboy star, cowboy star. Just another cowboy in another crummy cowboy bar. So we're doing three?
3.
Three? Come on over to our house. Gonna have a barbecue. Gonna do things differently than we normally do. You provide the kerosene and I'll provide the light. We ain't grilling hot dogs, we're burning books tonight. We're cooking the books to order. How would you like yours done? Raising up the temperature, Fahrenheit 450, 1, 2, 3, 4. Flames will rise up to the sky for all the world to see. We'll dance around the maypole like it's 1933. Come on over to our house, don't have a barbecue. We're gonna do things differently than we normally do. You provide the kerosene and I'll provide the light. We ain't grilling hot dogs, we're burning books tonight. First we thought it was okay for the books just to be banned. Anything we didn't like or didn't understand, kids still found them anyway, so they could read and learn. Reached the final solution, burn, baby, burn. Come on over to our house, gonna have a barbecue. We're gonna do things differently than we normally do. You provide the kerosene and I'll provide the light. We ain't grilling hot dogs, we're burning books tonight. If you want your own barbecue, find a book that you don't like. Grab yourself some kerosene and a match that you can strike. You can't find a title, fry or fricassee. The menu is available at your local GOP. Come over to our house, gonna have a barbecue. We're gonna do things differently than we normally do. You provide the kerosene and I'll provide the light. We ain't grilling hot dogs, we're burning books tonight. It's BYOB, bring your own book to burn tonight.
Very good Halloweeny theme there. Thank you
Yeah.
very much, Gary. I'm glad you could make it to join us, and you didn't have any reception or clarification problems as far as we could see.
I connected just about everything I had attached to the computer. So anyway, Christy, thanks for filling in.
No problem. Least I could do.
And today's a big day in our family, me and Mary. We went to get our hearings tested. We came out with almost identical graphs. Amazing. It's like you live together long enough, your hearing starts to behave identically. So we are both getting hearing aids.
That's exciting. Yeah, you
Well,
will
you-
discover. At
You'll be
least
able
I
to
discovered.
share. You can share your hearing aids. That's good.
When I got my hearing aids, I could hear my voice better, and I was singing on pitch better.
Yep. Yep. Now I can no longer pretend I don't hear her.
Christy, do you have hearing aids?
I do. And Patrick, I lied about the Red Dog. It wasn't the Red Dog. We played 3 Red Dogs. We played 3 Pioneer Bars. But I do remember the
heck,
Red
that's
Dog
in
very
Alaska,
well.
that's everywhere. But they do have rednecks. There's one in Fairbanks. No, wait, maybe that's what is the one in Fairbanks? It's called.
There's one in Fairbanks, there's one in Naknek, and there's one in Juneau.
Definitely one in Juneau.
That's the most famous one, you know.
Yeah, I could tell you a story about that someday if you ever want to hear it. If Steve would let me hear it.
So I thought you guys just had in-ear monitors, but is that not in-ear monitors?
That's what we have right now.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, yeah. Anyway. So you ready to do this?
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Stop. I think your bass is a little bit hot right now. Doesn't that seem awfully loud to you guys? Try it now.
I can't see you full screen. Why is that?
I don't know.
Why do I see Gary Cantor big and strong and you as a little box with all the other little boxes around the edge?
Just need to go back up to the view and just change it.
Here, just a second.
I'm playing with my new toy that just came in the mail today. The wireless.
There's
How's
too much
that?
guitar in that. Turn the bass up.
Okay. Great. Okay, so we should.
There we go. I can see you now, Mon.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
People's Park was all filled up with tents of the folks in the street, with their lives in a cart, not sure where I should start, as I hear the winter wind weep. She told me she was a lost one, no children or husband to save. She told me her wings were broken, or that was the story she gave. I hear the poverty wind blow through the streets of our town. The poverty wind tells a story of shame as you watch it knock people down. There are other parts of the city where you never see anyone poor. They call up the city to have them removed from whatever they see from their door. streets of our town. Poverty wind tells a story of shame as you watch it knock people down. None of us knew where they came from. They blew here on the poverty wind. Can't tell where it began, just a dark river bend upstream from the poverty wind. I hear the poverty wind blow through the streets of our town. Poverty wind tells a story of shame as you watch it knock people down.
That's a good one.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well, it being kind of Halloweeny time, I guess it's high time for a murder.
I guess.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2. He was starved for perfection, too far from heaven to see. Young sailors alone, a long way from home, have a way of finding their own misery. She was a wild one, not much more than a child. He had no way of knowing where she had come from, no way of caring as the night closed around him and the night put this sailor on trial. The night of glass shattered around them. They rolled in its slivers and bled in the dark. The night of glass made up this story. Night of glass shattered their lives, broke everyone's heart. She was a runaway, too far from heaven to see. She and her boyfriend, who she had just met, were looking for money that they'd get for free. Two had a gun, cocaine for sale was their bid. The young girl running wild to the cold city lights lit the young sailor's mind, till this lonely young sailor not even put up a fight. Night of glass shattered around them. They rolled in its slivers and bled in the dark. Night of glass made up this story. Night of glass shattered their lives, broke everyone's heart. Blood becomes meaningless after it's spilled on the ground. The young sailor bled alone in the dark. In the gray light of morning, his body was found. Police found her and her boyfriend not far from this place. At the trial, a judge, when he heard their story, slammed that door to their cell until no one outside knows their face. Their night of glass shattered around them. They rolled in its slivers and bled in the dark. Night of glass made up this story. Night of glass shattered their lives, broke everyone's heart. Their night of glass shattered around them. Air rolled in its slivers and bled in the dark. The night of glass made up this story. The night of glass shattered their lives, broke everyone's heart. The night of glass shattered their lives, broke everyone's heart.
Oh, I love that.
Anyway, so did you want to do refugees?
Okay, yeah, sure.
Okay. Here we go. 2, 3, 4.
He keeps going forward. There is no back. His home has been destroyed, and all of his past. There's no comfort that can be found as he finds himself alone in this new foreign ground where he's just a refugee. They are refugees. They are running from being refugees. Still they are refugees. No matter where they go, they will be refugees. His wife is crying. They've seen bullets fly. One child is traveling with them. One child of theirs has died. There's no future. That's their situation. As the police drive them back from the railway station. They are refugees. They are running from being refugees. Still they are refugees. No matter where they go, they will be refugees. Won't you feel their pain as they reach another border to be turned away again as refugees? Lead certain death, find it in your heart to give them refuge at your home and heart. They are refugees. They are running from being refugees. Still they are refugees. No matter where they go, will be refugees. They have traveled long. They have crossed the sea. They find themselves alone in a crowded room. Now they have no home. They are refugees. They are refugees. They are running from being refugees. Still they are refugees. No matter where they go, they will be refugees. Now it's time for the lightning round. And that brings us back up to John Palms.
Hi there.
Hi,
That
John.
was nice. That was a really nice set, you know.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I I'm living in Ballard and I'm traveling around to the on the bus to medical appointments and stuff, and you know there are, and Gary and Patrick have their microphones on, or Patrick does. Somebody does. There's extra audio getting in here from somewhere. Anyway, it's just there are people in all states of destruction and need and pain and sorrow. They're just everywhere, and you see them. There's nothing you can do. You know, you kind of learn to live with it, but it's just there everywhere all the time. I just want to escape, but I can't. I'm just stuck here. Anyway, so here we go. This is a little song that it's just a game you can find. If you go online and go to the Boy Scouts of America website, they have about 120 different verses to this song. You just add a little ending to a nursery rhyme. The window, the second story window. High, low, high. Threw it out the window like Jack and Jill. Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down and broke his crown and threw it out the window. The window, the second story window. High, low, high. Threw it out the window. And Mary, she had a little lamb, and this is good for two of them. Mary had a little lamb, its fleece was white as snow, and everywhere that Mary went, she threw it out the window, the second story window. High, low, high, threw it out the window. It followed her to school one day, which was against the rules. It made the children laugh and play and throw it out the window, the second story window. High, low, high, threw it out the window. And little Miss Muffet, she sat on her tuffet, eating her curds and whey. Along came a spider and sat down beside her and threw it out the window, the second story window. High, low, high, threw it out the window. You know, this works for all kinds of nursery rhymes, like the preamble to the United States Constitution. We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish domestic tranquility and throw it out the window, the second story window. High, low, high, throw it out the window. But the best one by far was written by Abraham Lincoln. It goes, 467 years ago, our forefathers brought forth upon this continent a new nation conceived in liberty, and threw it out the window, the second story window. High, low, high, threw it out the window. And that's the truth.
Yay! Love that.
Folk music.
Ow. I can't clap my.
I can settle down and be doing just fine until I hear an old train rolling down that line. And then I hurry home and I began to pack, and if I didn't go, just something over the hill that I just got to go see. Lord, I love to see the cities rolling by and to ride down that road beneath God's blue sky. So let me roam this land from the mountains to the sea, 'cause I believe that's the life that he meant for me. Yes, and when I'm gone and at my grave you stand, just say that God's called home his rambling man.
Yeah. The Rambling Man.
Go ahead.
Thank you. I love traditional folk music. I'm the one person here who really enjoys it when somebody does something like that.
You're the one person. I enjoyed it too.
That's right. You're the other.
Yes.
What am I saying? John Pont is here. And so is Paul Nye, and he's all ready to roll, I hope, because I'm looking forward to hearing you.
Yes, I believe I am. Is my vocal coming in through, please?
Beautifully.
It is.
The guitar's okay too?
Guitar sounds great as usual.
It's my Martin D28, 68. Look at that, the beautiful guitar. Brazilian rosewood. And my token Halloween song, Celtic rock. Soon it will be Halloween. I don't really know what they'll be. A witch, vampire, a ghost, a ghoul, or maybe a screaming zombie. Soon it will be Halloween. I seem to make up my mind. A Disney prince and evil queen. Don't know what to be on Halloween. Soon it will be Halloween. Don't really know what to be. Lady Gaga, Justin Bieber, Miley Cyrus, or Katy Perry. Soon it will be Halloween. Beginning to feel confused. Target, Sears, Walmart, Walgreens, don't know what to be on Halloween. Halloween, Halloween, don't know what to be on Halloween. Halloween, Halloween, don't know what to be on Halloween. Soon it will be Halloween, beginning to feel strange. Should I be scary? Am I just weird or maybe a little deranged? Soon it will be Halloween, I need a costume that's right to go door to door to get some treats on this frightful night. Soon it will be Halloween, where superhero is hot. Batman, Robin, the Hulk, or Flash, you might be, but I am not. Soon it will be Halloween, trick-or-treating is all I care. Give me my candy, I'll be gone. I don't really want to share. Halloween, Halloween, don't know what to be on Halloween. Halloween, Halloween, I don't know what to be on Halloween. I woke late one morning, stumbled out of bed, headed straight to the bathroom and could stand the smell of my breath. I grabbed my toothbrush and loaded it up, brushed the scum off my teeth, I looked in the mirror, fell on the floor, scared myself half to death. Soon it will be Halloween. I finally know what I'll be. It all seems so perfectly clear, standing in front of me. Then I got this brainy idea. One Einstein would have said, why be someone less scary when I can be myself instead? Halloween, Halloween, I know what I'll be. Halloween, 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 I finally know to be on Halloween. Halloween, 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 tonight I know to be on Halloween. Halloween, Halloween, I finally know to be on Halloween. I finally know to be on Halloween. I finally know to be on Halloween.
That just made me want to march, you know, which is the perfect thing to be singing when you're going from house to house. You can march along and sing that song.
Yeah, it was kind of a Celtic rock type of thing, and what we did was, I think it was on my album, Who Put Mascara on My Zebra, and it was 16 tracks, and that was the 17th track. It was embedded, and it came out with this big rock Celtic thing, kind of. So 30 seconds after the last song ends is this quiet instrumental, and then the CD is in the player, and all of a sudden, it kind of comes in, and hopefully it scared people. It wasn't even listed on the track.
Yeah, that's
So
I
it's kind
caught
of one
the
of those
Celtic.
embedded tracks.
I caught the Celtic part of that, and so I thought maybe what would be on Halloween was like a leprechaun or something. But
Yeah, the whole thing is, to be a Halloween, but he looked at himself in the mirror and he said, well, I'm pretty scary, so why don't I be myself?
I got you.
I did, I just want to share something. I did there's this little 50-seat performing arts theater in Walker. It's built above a garage, and it's run by this couple of musician friends of mine. And they asked, and she does a lot of work with kids. And she asked me to do a show. She does shows every 6 weeks with these kids. And they go all out. And it's called Starseed. And she asked me to come over and play dobro on some songs with them, and these 12-year-old girls got up there and sang, and this one 12-year-old girl sang Adele and absolutely killed it. I took a video of it. Man, I wish I could show it to you, but it's just she plays bass, and I mean, these are kids that are like 10 and 12 years old. They're just killing it. Man, all you can see is just when they get to be 17, 18 years old, ready for American Idol or The Voice or something like that. But it's just weird seeing this tall 12-year-old girl with legs a mile long, performing on stage in front of all these people, 40, 50 people in this little theater. And it's just, if we got time after we're done, I'll show you a clip of the thing. But she just got that Adele voice for a 12-year-old, and it's just like, oh my God, this is unbelievable. So, but it was fun. It was fun to watch those kids. What a great confidence builder. And she was a touring musician, did some stuff down in Nashville, and then she and her husband settled down in Walker. His family owns a restaurant, couple restaurants up here, and so they got off the road and they had this house and they built this little theater above their garage, and it's just the coolest little thing. They do shows up there, and going to another show on November 1st. It's kind of like almost like equivalent to a large house concert. So, but yeah, it's cool. It's called Starseed. Neat little place. Anyways, that's it.
Patrick,
Let me-
thank you for sharing your memories. They're cool. Patrick, what have you got for us?
I went out to try to find where this was being broadcast on YouTube. I couldn't find it. How do you find it?
Fine. Oh, this?
Yeah.
Oh, let me see.
I looked under Victory Music. There's nothing.
No, it's not Victory Music. It's on our. I don't have the login for the Victory Music.
Oh. Okay. Well,
here you go.
We'll talk about it later.
There. Here it is.
Can you just put a
Chat.
link
Yeah.
in the chat? Okay.
Yeah, I did.
Great. Good. Thanks.
Maybe there's a God out there, and I think there is. I've got no reason to doubt it. Whether I laugh or cry, I live or I die, I doubt he thinks much about it. And I don't think my prayers are meant to take me where skies are blue and everything's just right. They just keep me aware how much I care about this little life of mine. It's perfect, yeah, it's perfect. It's just another day I get to spend with you. It's perfect, yeah, it's perfect. And there's nothing else I'd rather do. I don't think life is easy, and it is seldom fair, but it's perfect. Maybe there's a heaven, and I think there is. I can't prove that contention. Maybe it's a dream I just keep imagining. Yeah, just my heart's fond invention. But I don't see pearly gates or old St. Peter who waits to make sure I did everything just right. Either way, I just pray that day is a long, long, long ways away. It's perfect, yeah, it's perfect. It's just another day I get to spend with you. It's perfect, honey, it's perfect. And there's nothing else I'd rather do. Man, I don't think life is easy, and it is seldom fair, but it's perfect. Maybe I'm bound by fate, yeah, but maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm not. Maybe this iron will is really all I've got. It's all I've got. Perfect, yeah, just perfect. It's just another day I get to spend with you. Perfect, yeah, just perfect. And there's nothing else I'd rather do. I don't think life is easy, and it is seldom fair, but that's perfect. It's perfect.
That
Very
song was
nice.
perfect.
Absolutely perfect.
Speaking of perfect, your sound is perfect tonight, Gary. And you were fussing about it, and you were just sure things were totally screwed up, and nothing is.
Well, it was. Because I kept seeing weird versions of everybody. Which just
Well-
might be a flashback to the 70s for me, but
Your turn.
as a friend of mine said the other day, it was easier to be 20 in the 70s than it is to be 70 in the 20s. And now,
You've got a slimmer profile.
Hang on a second. Now, my view has been distorted. There are gremlins in my computer, ladies and gentlemen.
The gremlin is Steve, I think.
I don't want to sing that song. This one's for Patrick. It did it again. I met him in a jungle camp near Tulsa. I just jumped off of a pickup truck. He was heading north for the summer. I was heading south on my luck. He fixed some stew, I swear, clear out of nothing. Got us through that cold and the rainy night. And he taught me how to hop a freight car from the shadows, how to do it safe and do it right. He was just another lost soul on the highway, just another rider in the cars, just another traveler traveling nowhere, another traveler traveled too far. He did not say too much throughout our journey. Guess I must have said about the same. I thought I heard him mutter something as he lay sleeping. Thought I heard him call a woman's name. Then he told me he was heading to Niagara. There was something way up there he had to know. He'd lost something in the falls of Niagara, maybe 6 or 7 lives ago. He was just another lost soul on the highway, just another rider in the cars, just another traveler traveling nowhere, another traveler traveled too far. I jumped off the train somewhere near New York City, watched it as it faded with the day. I thought about his journey toward Niagara, rolled the smoke and went on my own way. I met some fellas who told me they had seen him sometime later in another jungle camp, and they swore he fixed some stew clear out of nothing, got him through the cold and through the damp. Then they told me that he died later that same morning. He fell off a car he was climbing on. They heard his last word, it was Niagara. Then he smiled a hobo smile, and he was gone. He was just another lost soul on the highway, just another rider in the cars, Just another traveler traveling nowhere. Another traveler who traveled too far.
Thank you, Gary.
It's kind of funny. Lisa's
Yeah,
homeschooling Colin, and so they watch movies and they watched Great Gatsby and Lord of the Flies and but the To Kill a Mockingbird. But the last one I watched was Citizen Kane, and so your ending is you have a Citizen Kane ending on that song. It's like Rosebud.
Yeah, you know, Gary, I've heard you play that song a good many years, and I gotta say, your playing is getting better. You're playing that song better than you ever have.
Oh,
The song itself has not improved any, but your playing of it, it definitely has.
Are you saying it's a mediocre song that I'm playing better?
No, I'm not making any implications or deprecations or anything else. It's the same old song.
I appreciate it, John. I've always appreciated everything you've said about me and my music.
Really?
I'll bet you have.
The best one ever was when you and I were at that homeless event. We were playing in Seattle. And I was on before you. And I had a dynamite set. Everything was kicking. And I came back and everybody was applauding. And you came over to me. And from the bottom of your heart, you said, Cantor, you can't play worth shit. You can't sing worth shit. But whatever you do, you have got it nailed. And I loved that because that's the way I looked at it, too. So thank you, John.
Okay, let's see. Should okay, great. Okay, well, I guess sticking with the theme, huh? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's Thanksgiving Day. War is still raging. Joe and the Jarhead are out the street. They carry a message on each of their faces that these times of war could be times of defeat. And it's dinner tonight at St. Leo's. It was lunch at the Presbytery. They take their meals with a lost and heartbroken, then return to their anonymity. Now Joe's a ranger, Iraq's desert storm. Jarhead's been home now for nearly a year. There's no place for soldiers except in the war. For them it's all over, except for the tears. Now it's nearly midnight and Jarhead is talking. He still believes they could set Iraq free. How if he could, for sure he'd still be there if the faces of the dead would just let him be. And tonight there's no room at the shelter. There's a place where the cops let him be. November wind blows cold down the street and sings in the tops of the trees. Man, you're talking crazy. What the hell you been smoking? There never was war that set anyone free. Many people we killed, they're innocent civilians, and someone got rich off of their liberty. break free. I left my family where they were in danger. I wish it were not, but the danger was me. Now the city is quiet, the wind blows through the streets. It's November, the jarhead says, joy my dreams. Tom, I don't know, maybe don't serve me right. But this November wind blows me out in the trees. And at night there's no room at shelter. There's a place where the cops let them be. The November wind blows cold down the streets. It sings in the tops of the trees. Yeah, the November wind blows cold down the street. It sings in the tops of the Joe and Jarhead.
Sound effects. That's what we
You
need.
brought-
I love that, Steve, Christy. That's just a fantastic song.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, thanks, Christy, for filling in for me. You did a wonderful job.
Well, I owed it to you. Thank you for
Almost
filling
as
in
good
for
as
me
I could
too.
have done, but you know, you're working on it. You're getting there.
Yeah.
I'll come back. I'll keep at it.
Mm-hmm.
I hope
Hey,
you all
so-
will too.
So you guys here know what I'm supposed to sound like. I changed everything, new mixer, how it all works, and all the routing on it. Do I sound the same as the other nights?
Oh, you sounded great. Yeah. I think that there is an improvement.
Oh,
You know, what I think is a good idea is to go sign up for your own little meeting, okay? In other
yeah, I do
words,
that.
okay, and then you just do it and you make a recording and it plays it back for you and you see how you sounded. That's to me the best way only way I know to do it, you know.
I do that
That's the
every
way
time.
I do it. Except for I was putting this together about 5 minutes. In fact, I was 10 minutes late, and that was why, because I was still patching
Well,
all
right.
this
So,
together.
you know, that's all I'm saying is just do that.
Yeah, I got that.
Yeah.
I do
Okay.
that.
Yeah, I just recently rewatched Citizen Kane.
What's that?
Patrick, I recently rewatched Citizen Kane. I do that every few years, just to that and the Seven Samurai, just to kind of like keep me centered.
Yeah, it's really fun to watch them go through all that. It was really fun to watch them go through. It's actually just the book on it's somebody just reading the book. To Kill a Mockingbird is really a treat. Man, that's a treat.
Yeah, she wrote that about her father. She based the Atticus on her father. I never knew that.
Really,
Yeah,
I think that's
he's a
stunning.
lawyer and politician.
Good evening. I'm going to say goodbye and thanks everybody. It was fun.
Good seeing you again, John.
Oh yeah, well I really love hearing everybody's songs. I don't write very much. I wrote, I guess, one song tonight. Threw it out the window song. I kind of did something on. Okay, anyway,
Great. Yeah.
good to see you, and maybe
to see you
next
too,
week.
John.
It's a delight
Nice
to
to
have
hear
you
that.
with us, John. Come back
Hey,
again,
what was
please.
just flashing? What was that gizmo?
Yeah,
We're just showing off my new toy. That when you saw me lift my bass over, there was no cord attached to it. I just tried that set for the first time. I told you Steve bought me one too.
That's right.
Yeah, Christy, those wireless units act as their own preamp. So you're going to get a stronger signal out of that than you normally would from a wire. But they also have a tendency to distort, so you have to be a little bit careful with that.
Well, I am going to
thank
say
you.
goodnight also. Tomorrow is grandkid day on the ranch.
Okay.
Starts at
Okay.
7.
Good night, Gary.
And it never
tight.
ends. So, good night. I'm
Good
glad I
night.
made it back in time.
Yeah, so we're glad you did
Yeah,
too.
me too. We were hoping.
Hoping against hope.
Yep.
Next time, bring your new song.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Hey, Steve,
Yeah.
let me share this.
Okay.
I'm going to find it. Okay. All right, I got it. Oh, share it. Oh, send request. It's not turned on.
Oh.
Multiple shares. There we go.
So Christy, you're wireless. There's nothing to stop you from getting up and moving around.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay,
And I
check
don't
this out.
have to worry about that thing swiveling around these chairs in this tight space with cord that's wrapping around my chair or anything else.
Right. And I
I
always
love
worry about
wireless
that.
stuff. This is a girl. The sound is terrible. Sort of right here.
Scars of your love reminded of us. They keep me thinking that we almost had it all. Scars of your love, they leave me rain.
Anyways,
Yeah.
isn't that
They have
incredible?
Yeah.
So Patrick, did you listen to that latest mix I sent you?
No, I didn't get a chance to look before. I checked earlier today, but you were just hadn't sent it
I
yet.
hadn't sent it. I sent it this afternoon, and so it would have been kind of late. But I think I took all your advice. Finally, as a matter of fact, I took some of the.
Somebody took my advice.
I took some guitar parts. I really moved guitar parts around really a lot with that thing, and I think that yeah. So you should listen to it, and just so that you can hear
Okay.
somebody taking your advice. Yeah. Anyway,
I did, and just in case it wasn't the maybe it's not two things you did, but the drums. I thought the rhythm section, the drums and the bass I liked them a lot.
yeah.
I liked them as a rhythm section. So
Of course, I was a studio drummer, and
yeah, I like how they came out. So I think it gave you something to work with.
Yeah, he did, and of course he played all those lead guitar parts too, and after Christy had the same reaction as you, she was
I was glad to have your second opinion about it.
Yeah, it's the thing about guitar players, they feel like they just got to put stuff in. So then you have to go through and say, let's see, okay, well, thanks for putting that in, but what are we going to do with it? So
Yeah, I took a bunch out, and then I took other stuff and moved it around.
Yeah.
And you suggested that there were a couple of guitar parts, so I repeated it. So I had the same thing leading into the chorus, and then the same thing leading into the verse. I used those two different guitar parts.
it's kind of a sending line that he was doing.
Yeah,
That was really, I like that line.
yeah, and then I put that on the end too.
Oh, good.
And yeah, yeah, and what I did was I lined them. I used the hi-hat because that was a very, very clear image, to in terms of time to line things
Yeah.
up with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although I still would like to hear a bunch of layers of Christy singing an ooh chorus or just kind of textural ahs or ohs or something over once you get past the first verse and then go to the second verse to just start building stuff up, because I think her voice is
Of course, that B3's in there, which is kind of what that is
Droney.
doing.
Yeah, but there's nothing that B3 is one thing, voices are another.
Yeah. That B3 player sure was dramatic on that song, though. I think that it really, I cranked it. When I first mixed it, it just kind of laid there, and it didn't really, it wasn't happening. I was really disappointed in the whole thing, you know. And but then I just started thinking, and what I did was of course, I took the most the most mid-rangey voice of the B3 out of the first part of the song, and there was hardly anything in that first verse, and so then I built it, and it really worked. I thought, you know, building the tension and the thing with, and so it's kind of and now I think the song happens.
No good. I thought the intro was nice and strong, really strong, and it was really interesting. The intro got my attention right away, which is what it's supposed to do, and whatever you needed to do that. But it seems like that's what that particular level of it is what you're building up to at the end of the song. So just keeps moving up to that until finally, boom, there it is again, and it's real interesting and fun.
Right.
So just that level of B3 is.
And you know, Chad played that. What that was he played that guitar part twice, and he didn't do that on purpose. You know but I found that I went, gee, look at that. He played it just exactly the same way in that on that other track. So I just took the two tracks and so I did that all wherever that appears. I have them panned, and so there's those two. They're two separate guitars
Yeah, well, it's nice.
playing the same thing. Yeah.
I'll go listen to it after we're done here.
That'll thicken it up a little bit. Does he on the B3? Do you use percussion on that?
You mean does he play a percussive part?
Yeah.
that what-
I mean, does he have the percussive settings on it, like the thirds and the fifth?
You know, I'm not sure exactly what you're talking about, Paul. I know that the guy is an old pro, and and I really like the parts that he played on the. He played B3. You know, remember Blood in the Streets, Catch Can? He played B3 on that, and
I thought I'd play that.
You did, but
He just did it better, right?
Well, we did a whole new. We're doing a whole new thing. You know,
Yeah. I'd like to hear that. Yeah.
Well, you will when it gets done. Yeah, Patrick is kind of privileged because I
Are you doing
just
vinyl?
because I don't know. We're going to start off just doing CDs and digital tracks. But you know, there at Far West there were a few people who did official showcases who had vinyl. Apparently it's coming back. I bought a
Well,
vinyl.
I've heard if you don't have 100 people, 50 to 100 people that are committed to buy vinyl, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
Because you know, I had a friend of mine that did vinyl, and she's sitting on a bunch of records right now. So, can you hear this?
Yeah.
That come through? So this is a percussion here. I'll go down one. Up. This is off. There. Hear the difference here?
No, that's not.
Here, there's like a. I'll just go.
Staccato.
No, I'm going. So I'm hitting the keys right now. I'm hitting key now. Listen, difference. Hear that?
Yeah.
Then it goes to. Then you can hit the speed of it too.
Patrick pointed out to me that at the end he did a thing that was kind of like a siren or something, and you know, if you had said that, I wouldn't have thought of it like that. But right. So that was a percussive part, but so he did. I just didn't. I just am not used to thinking of it like that.
I thought Paul was actually the B3 is famous for having a kind of a key click sound when you.
That's what it is. That's what it
Yeah.
was.
So, but that's not
That's
what.
it.
That's not what you're talking about. So
No,
what
it's
you're
that's what I was
about-
talking about. It's called percussive, but it's a key click.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's a real sought after.
And then
Yeah.
you can also get this kind of a is very popular too. The distorted, or you can just go just. And you can
It's almost clavinet sounding.
yeah. This is a there's a mild distortion. I can turn the distortion up. Did you? They get that overdriven sound. That's just kind of a Three Dog Night thing.
Right. Chest fever kind of thing.
Yep, yep. That's what I like about Hammond. It's an you think about the B3 and you look at the guts of a B3. You can't. It's been around for 50, 60, 70 years, and you can't improve it. And there's still the people that work on them. A good friend of mine that built Leslie's plexiglass Leslie for Prince. He did all of Prince's B3s and his Hammonds and Leslies and stuff like that. And he was the guy, Bill Brown. But I got a couple of Hammonds from him and some Leslie speakers. And man, you get into a B3 and the wiring in there it's worse than a computer. I mean, it's all wires. It's just a genius how they put that thing together. And I don't know how they can even make it, with a small keyboard, because nothing. I can tell a difference between my SK1, which is a keyboard, a Hammond keyboard, as opposed to an actual B3. I can listen to it. I can tell the difference. Well, that's going through a Wood Leslie, and it's a B3, or it's it's a keyboard, like this. And my Leslie's built right in, so I can just go. But I just, my motto is, a song ain't a song unless it's got a B3 in it. Every
believe
song
digital-
needs to have a B3 on it.
You
Well-
don't think digital B3 can replicate real B3?
Yes, it can.
It can, yes, it can in the mix, but when you start separating it down and listening to it, I can hear the difference. It's the difference between an actual wood grand piano and a digital sampled piano. It's very, very subtle, and they're getting really, really good at that. They're really good at that at
Yeah,
copying it.
I've
But
had two software ones, and I love them both. B3
Yeah.
and B4.
oh, I love the Logic Hammond. I use Logic Hammond a lot on that when I can't get the sound out of my SK1. And for recording, sure. I mean, it's fine. When you get all these other instruments in the mix, it's really hard to determine. It's hard to tell what a B3 sounds like. What's his name? Corey. He plays with Snarky Puppy. Corey. I can't remember his name. He has some things on where he's playing some Hammond B3 for some shows, and the guy is sick. I mean, he's an unbelievable player. Have you ever watched Snarky Puppy videos? Google them sometime. Those are phenomenal videos, and what they do is they get this huge room. It's like almost like a performing arts center, and they've got 100 people probably sitting around with headphones on, and the band is mixed in with all of them. They got probably a 10-12 piece band, and it's all this fusion music where it must be some music school, but everybody's sitting in sofas and chairs all around with their headphones on, 50 to 100 of them, and you get all these world-class players that are just playing this stuff. But the group's called Snarky Puppy. They got a bunch of videos out. Their videos are just fun to watch because the guys are just ad-libbing. They have horn sections, keyboard players, drummers, percussion, and it's just the setting is cool because it's just this big room with all these people just sitting around mixed in with the musicians, listening with their headphones on. I can't imagine who does the sound for that. I mean, how they control the sound, and I mean, can you imagine that? 50 to 100 headphones?
Well, yeah. I mean, that'd just be a multi-output headphone.
That's how many sets of broken headphones I have in this room, probably.
I could use a couple.
I know. Why do we save those broken headphones,
I don't know. We got like
Patrick?
50.
Me too. I've got a
I'm gonna
bunch of
fix
them.
these things. Damn it.
I say broken strings.
Broken
On the
strings.
opposite world of that, I bet there's probably not. I don't let 2 days go by that I don't listen to one video, and it's a live version of Free, All Right Now. That's the whole thing, and it's just Paul Rogers. I can't remember his name right now, but the kid who died, and the bass player and drummer, and it's just those three guys. Paul Rogers doesn't play anything, and all right now, baby, it's all right now. But they're in front of a crowd, and the bass player doesn't play on any of the verses, so it's just the guitar and just the drummer. And it is so thrilling to watch them play. Then the bass player comes in and he does this immaculate lead, and then it is really, besides some of the early Beatles stuff, it is like the heart of rock and roll. Then they became right after that guy died, and they became Bad Company.
Oh, yeah.
But it is, you should go see it. I watch it.
Yeah.
I watch it probably every other day at least, because
Really?
it's such a thrill to me to watch these three musicians, and the bass player doesn't play through half of it, and it's just exciting and it's great. And
Have you
it is-
seen
it is-
Have you seen that video where Prince is playing at, I think it's the George Harrison
Yes,
tribute concert?
and
That
this
was
is the
sick.
opposite world of that also.
Yeah, what's that?
And what I'm talking about is the opposite world of that also. Here he's got all these guys, Jeff Lynne and all these guys, whoever's on is it Clapton and all those guys playing?
Yeah, Clapton, and
Yeah.
they'd never met Prince, and he showed up like at the last minute.
I know, he just
And
comes
he
walking on.
fired his monitor guy during the sound check. He walks in at the last minute, and I read an interview with Stevie Winwood and Tom Petty, and some of the guys. They were like nervous as heck. They didn't know how to act around him. And Petty said, at the end of the thing, Prince throws his guitar up in the air, and he never saw it again. He didn't know where it went. It just disappeared. And then he walks off the stage and nobody ever saw it. But the other one I saw was the Kennedy Honors of Heart doing Stairway to Heaven.
Yeah.
That was phenomenal. That was, I mean, you get those guys, Robert Plant is sitting there in tears crying, and the other guys were very emotionally moved by that. But that was like, that sends a chill up your spine. There's just some cool videos like that on, once in a while you come across those things. But I'm going to have to watch that one. It's free.
Yeah. All right
And-
now.
All right now.
And
I
it's
love that
alive.
song. Yeah.
I don't even know if they're. Yeah, it's not an album cut. It's them playing through a small studio.
You're
So,
getting sleepy, Paul.
Yeah, I know. You guys will get a laugh out of this. I had 6 people in my studio recording background vocals for a song that I wrote for one of my for Songtown, my publisher at Songtown in Nashville, and I submitted it for review. And it's a mega church worship song, big anthem thing. I have 108 tracks on it. 108 tracks. Most are vocals, but it's probably 8-9 tracks of different guitars on there. It's this huge sound. So today, I told you last week, I think about that songwriting challenge that we're doing at Minnesota Association of Songs, where 15 participants are writing one line each, and they're going down and they're developing a song. We're down to verse 2 now. And then at the end, when we all get the song written, everyone submits one line as the song goes. And when we're all done, then each one of the 15 songwriters are going to record their own version of it. And I already started recording mine. I've got 2 instruments on it, bass and drums. So I go from 108 track recording to just this bass, doom, 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 and just this pocket drum and vocal coming in there. So it's a fun project. Trying to strip down some stuff and do some things a little simpler, but I had to do this other one, so I got my review next week, so it's going to be interesting to see how that goes. See if they're going to pitch it to some artist. And we'll see. I don't know. Anyways, I picked up a gig in Minneapolis tonight, so
That's
gotta
exciting.
go down there. Got to go down there for one set. It's a singer-songwriter showcase in Chanhassen, probably close to Prince's Place, at some venue. Just do one set, turn around and drive back 200 miles north, so it should be fun.
What's your gig, Patrick?
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that.
You know, it's funny. It's a place. Most of the places are past the hat down here, and that's one of them also. Different times, but it's called the Carousel. But the weird thing about it is, one of my nephews has a band that he does. A bunch of little bands. I met him just as he was starting to play guitar, but now he comes out with these bands and things, and they're fun. So he puts these shows together. But I've been here for like since 2008, 2008. I've been here, and Lisa's family, they really have no idea what I do. I know that there's one or two of them that knows one or two of my songs, or has ever heard one or two of my songs, and every once in a while, I play all sorts of things for them, all sorts of other people's songs, and we sit around campfires. I sing. I'm the guy who knows all these songs, but they really have no idea that I write songs and all that kind of stuff. So, because there's always in family situations, there's always somebody who is the designated person to do that, and I'm not it. And so, at my age, fuck competition. I'm not going to compete with these people, so I just be quiet. And so this will be like the first time that any maybe 3 or 4 of them or 5 of them will come, but it'll be the first time they've ever just heard me just play my songs. So that's what's kind of interesting about it.
Is it a paid gig? Or pass the
Pass
hat?
the
I doubt
hat.
it.
Yeah, actually, pass the hat can sometimes be a lot more lucrative than a paid gig.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is definitely in Austin because the bars don't want to pay anything. So people will be real generous when they pass it around. So,
Well, it sounds
Yeah,
like
it's just kind of a chance to play a bunch of my songs for them and see if they
yeah, pretty pivotal time.
I do that across the street at the brewery. I'll just give them a call, and I see people over there, and they call them, "You got music?" And I said, "Nope. I'll come over and play for tips," and I can make 150 in a couple hours, that's not too bad, It's
I'd say that's good.
I'll live with that, man. I'll go with that. So, why bother booking gigs? You just go around and say, "Hey, I'll play for tips."
Yeah.
So if you do the right stuff and you put on a decent show, people will drop their 20s and do that a lot. So, well, I'm gonna get to bed. Got
Yeah.
a big day tomorrow, so
So good seeing both of you.
yeah.
I might call it a night.